to help Autism Educators earns accolades for Fairfax student. Veda Murthy, an 8th grader at Rachel Carson Middle School in Herndon, is one of 10 finalists in the 2021 3M Young Scientist Challenge. Well, that's impressive for someone who hasn't even gone to high school yet. I'm Steven from Tostemac, and welcome to the Tostemac Autism News, where we cover the latest news involving autism. And in case you're wondering, no, nothing bad happened to my green screen equipment. I just wanted to take a break from using it for a bit. Trust me, that thing is harder to use than it looks. But in any case, our story today takes us to Herndon, Virginia, where 13-year-old Veda Murthy has come up with an amazing idea to help teachers better understand their autistic students. We'll read this article together, at least some of it. I'll leave a link to the full article in the description down below, provide a little something over here, and then I'll share my thoughts, okay? Veda Murthy, a 13-year-old Fairfax City resident, recognized that some teachers were having difficulty communicating with their autism spectrum disorder students while they were remote learning during the COVID-19 pandemic. Because it's an online environment, you cannot communicate effectively through speech or language, said the rising 8th grader from Rachel Carson Middle School in Herndon. The only way teachers can understand the ASD children is through facial expressions. Family members of an ASD student are better able to identify the emotions of their child, so Murthy developed a cognitive emotion interpretation application to share that information with educators. It utilizes technology such as artificial intelligence and emotional recognition technology to help interpret the ASD children, and it has a powerful impact on the ASD community, she said. Murthy first became aware of the problem when she read an online news story in which a Fairfax County parent expressed concern that her ASD child was not learning anything through remote learning. Instead, her child was getting angry and frustrated trying to communicate with their teacher. I was really interested in how teachers could understand better in an online environment, Murthy said. This led me to more research on how family members can understand them, which is through facial expression. So that led me to create my solution. Murthy's computer application recently helped her to become one of 10 finalists in the 2021 3M Young Scientist Challenge, sponsored by 3M and Discovery Education. The annual competition recognizes students in grades 5 through 8 who use their scientific know-how to come up with innovative solutions to improve lives, both locally and globally. After developing her app, Murthy recorded a 2-minute video presentation in which she submitted to 3M. Murthy said she was excited to learn that she was one of the 10 finalists. Over the summer, she will be working with her mentor, Dr. Vasav Sani, to make her application a reality. Sani is a 3M researcher specialist who develops technology for electronics, consumer goods, healthcare, and automobiles. I get to meet with my mentor on a daily basis and expand my solution, she said. It's also just exciting to expand my solution. It's really interesting to me. This experience on prototyping and just the scientific experience of working with a scientist is extremely insightful to me. On October 18 to 19, Murthy and the other 9 finalists will compete at the 3M Innovation Center in Minneapolis for the $25,000 grand prize. Holy cow, what are you going to do with all that money? Which includes a unique destination trip and the title of America's Top Young Scientist. Now, my thoughts on this app? This is pure genius. Even though it sounds like just an idea right now, I love seeing where this could potentially go. Because hear me out. If this app can help with better understanding facial expressions and emotions of the facial expressions, then this app can not only help teachers with autistic students, but this could also help the autistic community as a whole. Think about it for a minute. One of the biggest challenges for autistic people is body language, whether it be the hands, the torso, or like the face or eye contact. It's a big challenge for us. And if there's an app that can help educate people better on facial expressions, you can bet your savings account that people are going to be all over this app. And this article also tells me that this Veda Murthy might also know how to play the market too. Because what I'm seeing here is she recognized a problem that the potential consumers have, what she could potentially create for those consumers. So now the only steps left are actually making this invention and getting it out to the public and finding a way to make a profit from this. And I hope that this kid can actually earn a profit from this idea, because this sounds like pure genius. And I know that if I was making a video for a big company that could potentially make some money, I would want a fair share of that too. Now, for those who have seen my previous autism news video in regards to another app, you're probably thinking, hey Steven, why did you give the first app so much criticism, but not this one? Here's a couple reasons why. First off, the previous app in the other autism news, which was designed to try to give a diagnosis using 2 videos and an algorithm to determine if someone has a developmental disability, tests were already run on that app. So yes, I could give criticism on that because it was already tested. This app by Veda Murthy sounds like it's still in the idea and experimental phase, so there's not really much to judge on this yet. We haven't seen the results of possible testing. And the other thing is, the other app from the other autism news video involved a more complex problem. And it brings up another issue where if someone gets a wrong diagnosis, then it provides bigger problems later on down the road. But this one, an app about reading facial expressions, tackles a more simple problem and provides a more simple solution. It's easier to do. The simpler you make it, the better off you'll be. The more complications you put into something, the more likely it is to fail. So we're probably not going to be hearing any more about this app idea for some time, at least not until the competition is over. But if I do hear any more on this, I'll update you guys as soon as I can. But what do you think about this app? Do you agree or disagree with what I thought about this? And do you like this format of video making better, where we read the article together and then I share my thoughts? Or would you prefer it if I just share my thoughts and leave little excerpts of the article? Let us know in the comments section below and let's have a conversation here. And on that note, it's time to end the video. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. If you enjoy what you see, consider subscribing to Tostemac to stay up to date in our latest videos. Also, next week we're gonna have a special video with me and Mom in regards to what we thought about the Special Needs Scouting Month we were doing. If you haven't checked those out yet, you probably should. These are very good videos, trust me. So, thank you very much for watching, and until the next video, see you later.